It's very important that you do not waste the opportunity that chronic symptoms are giving you. If you are struggling with chronic symptoms, chronic pain, chronic insomnia, chronic anxiety, there is an opportunity for you here that I need to make sure you don't miss. When I realized that my nervous system was completely sensitized, that it had just been locked in this hyper arousal, and that now I was experiencing a myriad of symptoms and pain, and I did not know what to do. I had this deep understanding that there was more to what was going on, and that I needed to make sure that I let this experience redirect me. I like to call it the redirection of sensitization. You are not desensitizing and healing so that you can go back to the person you used to be. You can't go back to the same tendencies you used to have or the same level with which you used to move through your life. The goal is not to get back to where you were. The goal is to create something completely new, a system that's resilient and that has capacity and is able to deal both with low level stress and high level stress, because that's part of life. So if you find yourself in the space where you're like, I just want to get back to where I was before, part of where you were before is one of the reasons why you're where you're at now. And I say that with like a lot of compassion and empathy, because it's not to guilt you, or it's not for you to shame yourself. It's to realize that there was something going on for us that really drove this system into sensitization. And if you'll stick with me, you will see that this does end up being a gift in the long run. And that you will be saying things like, I'm happier than I've ever been. I have more energy than I've ever had. Life is better than it ever was before. That is hard to see when you're right in the middle of it. But as things start to desensitize and the fog starts to clear, you start to see things for how they actually are. And you'll realize that this was a redirection so that you could live your life in the way you were meant to live it.